my brain is, yeah, I just can't comprehend it.
Have you ever done so much voice acting in a day you forgot what your normal voice sounds?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, actually, I was just recently that happened. I was doing a film where I had to use my Honduran accent, which is like it's like a Spanish accent. You know, it's very you know, and everything that I said was improvised. So I just talk like this the whole time, and then I did that for 3 days in a row, and then I come back, and then I have to talk in a British accent for 2 days, and then after that I had to just use my regular voice for another role, and then I was just like, I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what my accent is. I don't know. But yeah, it gets confusing. And actually, whenever we first started dubbing on One Piece, we had to catch up with the broadcast of it. So we had like 3 booths going on at one time. So all of us who were the main cast were working on it just 10 to 6 every day. Yes, thank you. Well done. 10 to 6 every day for like a month. And so I wasn't quite, I think I just had like a week or 2 where I was pretty solid every day. But after that, my natural voice got higher because Chopper talks like this. And so when I'm talking like this every day, then all of a sudden, my natural voice is about up here. And that's how I was talking. And especially if I went to a bar or something and I had to kind of speak up, the more I had to speak up, the higher my voice got. Yeah, it was a bit weird.
All this talking, are you feeling thirsty?
Actually, yeah, I'm really thirsty. Oh, thanks, man. I'm sure it'll be roofied. No, I'm just kidding.
Suck up.
Did anybody out with a voice outside of the studio?
I actually used to prank call people like every day. I mean, I loved
I got a prank call for you.
Yeah, I used to do it all the time, even up through, through junior high, thanks man, through like junior high and through college. I think I actually only stopped when I became a voice actor because all of my friends that I would have pranked were directors and other voice actors, and they knew all my voices, so I couldn't really do it anymore. There was one character that I did all the time whenever I would call restaurants, and I haven't done this in a while. I have to remember what she sounded like. So she would call, and she would say, "Hi, this is Merle Bagel, biscuit connoisseur, and I was just calling to see what you had in the way of biscuits." And I was calling like fast food chains, like McDonald's or something, and they're like, I'm sorry, what, biscuits? Yeah, I mean, is it like buttermilk or just, traditional gravy, or, what kind of biscuits do you serve? Oh my god, I haven't done that in so long. I need to do that more. What's that? Yeah, I should. So yeah, somebody could just call a restaurant or something, and I'll have to do that.
Especially if you said it over here, what kind of biscuits do you have? And you said they're in gravy, because over here biscuit means cookie.
Oh yeah, biscuit means cookie. That's right. Yeah, that would really throw you off.
What?
They're like, we have shortbread.
Shortbread. Is that like a shorter version of a regular biscuit?
But that's like a voice that I'd never be able to use in anime, because I mean, they don't like us to have any kind of southern accent.
Unless you're from Osaka.
Yeah! I don't know, what is that? I mean, I know Osaka is supposed to be essentially like the south of Japan, but I think it's a bit odd to have Texas accents with a bunch of Japanese people.
The Mako-chan.
Oh yeah. I loved that show, Daikon Brothers. That was a good one. I wish I could have been in that one. That's one that was in Texas.
Classic.
Hey, Brina.
Hi.
Hi, hola. How good is your Spanish, and if you have ever done any work in Spanish?
I've never done anything in Spanish because I actually can't really read Spanish. I'm like illiterate. I can speak it well enough and I can understand it well enough, but I can't read it. So whenever you're acting, that poses a problem. Because I would do fine if I got, you know, my sides and everything a day before or something and I had a chance to really read through it. I would be fine. And if I could essentially, you know, memorize it. But if typically when you go to an audition, a lot of times they'll give you a whole new character. You know, you'll come in and they'll be like, you know, actually, I think I want you to read for this character. And then you have like 10 minutes to learn this whole new character. And I could never do that in Spanish, unfortunately. I wish I could, because I would bank in Texas. But actually, you know what? I wouldn't, because I don't look Hispanic, even though I am. I do not look Hispanic. And they always want people who look far more brown than I do to do all of those roles for like commercials and everything. Because I just look like a honky speaking Spanish. I wouldn't be very convincing.
You always said one of the singers from Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, if you can help me remember one. I know the tagline at the end of every episode. She always said, "Is this truly a love that can never be?" I know she said that all the time.
What about one of your lines in like the last episode?
I know she did do the
That is obvious. You can't.
after I died? Yeah. Spoiler! I know, it's weird. She dies at the end in Romeo and Juliet. Weird, right? Didn't she do the... Oh my God, I wish... She didn't... She did the Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo thing. Yeah, that's in the middle. But can you think of a line? Think of a line, and I'll take another question. And then once you think of it, let me know. It's been a while since I've done it. Yeah, it's been like a couple years.
How exactly do you prep for doing work in other accents? Do you just wing it, or do you listen to clips on YouTube of people who actually have that accent?
What I did for Black Butler, I actually watched a whole lot of... Every morning, I would wake up an hour or two early, and I would watch Jane Austen films, and just repeat everything that everyone was saying all morning to warm up for it. And as far as my Spanish accent, I have been making fun of my father for my whole life, so I feel pretty comfortable in that one. Though I will say, whenever for this part that I'm doing, when we're filming, I stay in the accent the whole time. Whenever I'm doing Black Butler, I don't necessarily stay in the accent the entire day that I'm doing it, just because since it's voiceover, you can kind of go back and fix it. But with this film in particular, everything is being improvised, and we also never know when exactly we're being filmed, so I have to stay in the character the whole time that I'm on set. Like the second I walk on set, I have to be Celia, is her name. Which is kind of fun, actually, but that's what makes it extra confusing when I'm done, because I don't remember how to talk normal.
Are there any characters you voiced recently which you're really enjoying, which you can actually talk about?
I can actually talk about. No. Nothing that I can talk about. I mean, Hideyoshi was really fun. That's a really funny show. It's been a while since we've done a legitimately funny, that I've got to do a legitimately funny show. And I really liked that one. I thought it was brilliant. You like that when I say brilliant? Sorry.
Try speaking for the just comments.